Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to give the receiver a little test. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. It didn't work before, but considering the negative power supply was gone, I'm pretty sure that was going to be a given. So I got the antenna here. I'm going to, where are you guys there? I'll hook up my FM antenna. Yeah, I have no idea if this is going to work. Probably not. Probably needs a lot of adjusting and stuff, but hey, we'll see. Got the FM antenna in. Over here I got my speaker. I got one of these mini paradigms that I was using for, oh, you're not going to be able to see it there, for the rear speakers in our entertainment system. And that should be fine. I only got one hooked up, but that's all we need. Let's see if we can get any kind of sound out of here. I haven't touched it since we checked the voltages yesterday. Well, for me it was yesterday. For you it was like instantaneous ago. So I should have put a longer cord on that speaker over here. Another dumbass move, but that's okay. So, there we go. Alright, now, let me plug this back in. Until proven otherwise, I consider these things a hazard. Keep them unplugged unless I absolutely need it. Plugged in, kind of like, oh, I don't know, now. So, let's see what we got here. Turn the power on. Let's first just turn, that has to be adjusted a little bit. Off, loudness we turn off, muting off, stereo mode, balance in the center. Alright, got the tone controls bypassed, so those shouldn't matter. Turn speakers, oh, actually we could turn them. Muting off, we should turn that on really. Screw it. This muting button shuts the volume off while you're in between stations, so you don't get all that, hiss and stuff. God, I don't know if you even know about that. Oh, shoot. I better hook up the output transistors. I had the output transistors disconnected while I was working on the other thing here. Not for any electrical reason, it was just in the way. Alright, let me get those on. Now, you can see these. Can you see these? Yeah, actually you can. That's focused. Let's see. Come on. Stupid camera. It's got an autofocus, which works great, but if it doesn't autofocus on what you want to focus on, there we go. That's better. So you've got two meters here. One of them gives you the signal strength. The other one tells you when you're tuned in precisely on a signal. So now we're going to push this button right here, and it's going to turn speaker A on, which should give us some noise out of here. Should. Well, that's a hum. Uh-oh. That's not good. See, now look what's going on here. I know there's a station right around 97, 97.1 or something like that. And we can see it trying to get in, but we're not hearing any kind of output. See how close that is? So it's probably right on, pretty close to on the station. So there's no volume. Can we get it in mono? No. FM is in. Well. Okay. Well. Looks like we got quite a bit of work cut out for us. So it looks like the tuner is trying to get it something in, but it is definitely not going where we want it to. So, okay. Let me unplug it and start looking around again. That was just a fun little test. I was kind of hoping it would work, but hey, what are you gonna do? Well, quick update. Took the capacitors out. I just see a rectifier board. I've got the two and this one here. These two are these little fat guys here. Now these things are supposed to be 470 microfarad. Now put them on the old meter and look what I got. 305 instead of 470. Yeah, I'd say they're out of spec. So let's change two of these out here, and I had exact matches to put in, which is kind of nice. The only problem is this one here, which is 25 volts, 2200 microfarad, and this one here, I have something close. I mean, theoretically, I could put two of these in, which are 50 volts, 1000 microfarads. I could put two of those in, or, you know, over there I've got a 25 volt, 10,000 microfarad, but that's, I don't know, 5 times this size is a little bit high. So I think we're going to go ahead and order the right one for there. So that's going to take a little while to come in. In the meantime, we'll just keep on going. This is a pain in the neck. Oh, yeah, there's something else I want to tell you here first. If you look at this, there's 3 leads on this. A capacitor with 3 leads. Well, this one, the 2 on the sides here are actually the capacitor, and the one in the middle is just an extra lead to hold it on. So you solder that extra one so it doesn't jiggle around or anything. You don't see this anymore. At least I've never seen those since then. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. There you go. Well, quick update. Back to it. Alright, so decided to have a little bit of fun. I went ahead and yeah, we just got 4 or 5 inches of snow out here, and I'm sure the 2 plows that exist in Blairsville, Georgia are doing their best, but I don't see any kind of deliveries anytime soon. So what I did is, if you look, let me see if you might be able to see it there. I put that 25 volt 10,000 microfarad capacitor that I have in there. I'm saying it's a little bit bigger than 2200, but if you look at the schematic for this, I don't think it's going to prove to be any kind of problem. Let's see if this thing is gonna, where are you? Oh, pain in the butt. Oh, that's not too bad. If you look at the schematic for this capacitor is this one right here. 2200 microfarad, 25 volts. And all this is connected to is this 24 volt line and ground. So what it's doing, it's filtering the oh god, it's filtering the voltage that's coming through D6 here, this diode. So it's half rectified. Well, here's the other half over here, so I guess it's fully rectified. But all this is doing is getting rid of the ripple in that one line right there, and it shouldn't pose any problem or any difference in this particular circuit here. So what I did is I turned it on, and it actually looks very good, so I'm really not worried about it. I'm just going to leave it in there for now while I continue to troubleshoot. I am going to order the right 2200 microfarad, and I might put it in, but if I get through troubleshooting this entire thing and I don't run into any problems, I'll probably just leave it in there, so you get a little better rectification or filtering there. But I don't think it's going to cause any problem at all. So there you go. That's another quick update.